Okay, muchachos, this video we're going to talk about the verb tener, which means to have. And usually when we do a verb all by itself and we do all of the forms, it's because it's irregular. And it's just, there's no real, we can't tell you the rules to follow to conjugate this verb. It's just weird. Okay, so let's do it in English first. We'll do them over here just so we have a comparison of how, when we write them in Spanish, we know what we're saying. So remember up here I'm talking about myself. So I say I have, you have, and this is also you have. Remember there's two different ways to say it, so we always write it twice in English. And because there are two different ways over here in Spanish. And then he or she or it has. That's what they are in English, okay? We have. You guys have. And they have. All right, so there they all are in English. So let's go over to the Spanish side. To say I have, the yo form is tengo. I'll go back through and write them in Spanish in a minute, but in a different color so you can see them. This is the to form, which is tienes. This one is tiene. This means you have. This could also mean you have, but it means he or she has. Tenemos is we have. That's tenéis. And then this is tienen. That's you guys have or they have. Okay? So let me go back up here and put a yo. Just so you remember that's the subject that it goes with. This one goes with tu. Tu and tienes go together. Tiene goes with usted. Él or ella. Tenemos goes with nosotros. Tienen goes with ustedes, ellos, or ellas. Okay? All right, so those are all the different ways. And again, not a whole, look at how similar they are in English. All of these are have. They're all have. The only one that is has, that's a little bit different, is the he, she, or it. But everything else is have. But in Spanish, again, we have a different form for everybody and everything we're talking about. Okay? All right. Now, this is always to show possession. Right? I have a marker. I have these papers. I have this rag. All right? This all things to show possession. We also use tener in English. Let me erase this right here. I'll erase this part down here. Actually, I'm going to erase the whole thing. So if you didn't get it, just pause it. You can copy down and then hit play again. Okay. So most of the time it shows possession. That's what this verb is for. You can also use this verb to create an obligation. So in English we would say, oh, to have to, and then whatever it is. Can you go to the movies? No, I have to babysit, or I have to clean my room. They have to wash the car. Whatever it is that the obligation, whatever. And we just add this to and then whatever it is that we have to do. Okay? So it's to have, but then we also follow it up with another verb. In Spanish, the way you do it is you take tener, or one of the forms of tener, and you add the word que. No accent. Okay? And that's how you do it in Spanish. So to create the obligation, if it doesn't have K there, then it means it's a possession. But once you add K, and then you would put in a verb, like let's say I have to do the homework. So you would say, tengo que hacer la tarea. Okay? So this means I have, this creates the obligation, and then we just leave that alone. You leave that as an infinitive. I have to do the homework. Okay? All right. I think that's about it. That's the verb tener.